What made me want to participate is actually just wanting to get another angle on a lot of questions and information about GMOs that isn't always clear. So,
honestly, I heard so many extreme ideas about GMOs. I thought this was a great opportunity to learn firsthand what was happening in our food system.
I'm an ex-environmental science writer, and so there's a lot of misconceptions, and the journalist in me wanted to see both sides of the story because I get fed one side all day long, and it was more my own curiosity to come in and satisfy it.
I think I liked the greenhouse the best. It was really interesting to get a better understanding of what goes into really studying each trait of these plants and how it's controlled and how it's managed and how they really do the research to bring it to consumer.
the greenhouse part was really interesting. All the scientific processes were really interesting. But I mean, overall, seeing every part of the process and every piece of this that I can actually understand as a layman, as a whole, was really interesting.
I am not science-y at all, so listening to the science behind what's happening in agriculture and what happens naturally versus what we engineer on our own as human beings was really fascinating. I hadn't realized that actually just happened in nature, and we're taking what happens naturally and just kind of mimicking that.
I was surprised that it wasn't more advanced. It seemed very natural. I expected a lot more gene splicing and super science, secret stuff, and it seemed to be very hands-on, very close to the food, and there were no chemicals being injected. It was all very natural.
Probably how they actually extract the material. So where we were in the laboratory and he's extracting the corn, the DNA from the corn, to take it out for it to be processed. That was, to see that and know that this is exactly how they're doing it is fascinating.
It's a one-day tour, and I'm not a scientist, so I can only understand so much in a little bit of time. But yeah, what's strange to me is that when you look at it from this angle, where it's not necessarily propaganda, and you get to physically see how it works, I'm just curious as to why so many people are afraid of GMO and why there's so much misinformation about GMO.
I think it's been pretty transparent, which is what I like. I like seeing the transparency, and I really appreciate it.